AI-driven voice phishing schemes are becoming increasingly pervasive, exploiting cloned voices to deceive victims. Authorities caution that such sophisticated fraud tactics demand heightened vigilance.
AI로 목소리를 복제하는 보이스 피싱 수법이 확산되고 있습니다. 더 정교해진 범죄 수법에 주의가 요구됩니다.
So this is part of the very strange future that we are hurtling towards these days that we talk about in our AI issue corner, because who knows where this is all going to go. This is something that's never been seen before in history, where you can use a deep fake, or there is also, it's called deep voice technology, where you can forge someone's face. You can make it look like it's their face and their voice based on sometimes just a photo, or of course from a video that they can grab off of social media, or people post themselves all the time these days, and then use them to scam their family members.
That's right. And it's another reason why some people say never ever post your children online.
Yeah.
Because it gives them source to use deepfake for a fake video call. But I heard that it doesn't take a lot to use someone's voice sample to make a fake voice.
Right. And it's especially as this technology becomes more and more advanced every day. It's going so quickly these days that sometimes, so what happens is you unknowingly answer a call from a number that you don't recognize. And then when you speak just a few words, your voice can be stolen and then used against you or used against your family members.
How short are we talking about?
Like just a word or two, apparently.
Just like, hello?
Yeah.
Are you there? 그러니까 전화를 이제 모르는 번호로 전화가 와서 여보세요 하고 받았는데 그 여보세요만으로도 이제 목소리를 딸 수 있다는 거죠.
Right.
That's scary.
Yeah. That's why I don't even answer the phone if I know the person who's calling these days.
Well, if you know the person that's calling. You know, even before we had this AI-powered voice phishing, 그 부모님들을 타겟팅하는 보이스 피싱 있잖아요. Even before AI was a thing, 정말 애기 목소리를 흉내내면 부모님들이 너무 당황해서 그 애 목소리가 내 애 목소리 같고 they get really confused.
Of course.
And they believe, but now if it's AI powered, they're going to be fooled even more.
Right, and that's happened now as we speak. That kind of thing is going on. In one case, there was a person whose husband is a police officer. They fell for this type of scam. They said the son had been kidnapped. The scammer said the son's voice, of course, sounding like he's crying and in distress, and demanded ransom money. And they ended up losing 10 million won because of this scam. And their son was actually fine the whole time.
오케이. 그래서 실제 케이스에서 1,000만 원을 송금을 했는데 돈을 끝내 되찾지 못했다고 합니다. The son was safe and sound somewhere else.
Which I guess we can be thankful for that. But we're going to see more and more of this, of course, as AI technology takes off in all kinds of different ways that we can't even imagine it. And that's so, of course, it's spreading both domestically and internationally. The people who really need to watch out for this kind of thing, as any fraud or these types of scams usually go after elderly people or people who are living on their own.
Right.
So they gather as much information as they can about the victim, and then they target them specifically. So anyone can become a victim these days because anyone could be fooled by a voice that you recognize. They can even actually nowadays make it look like it's coming from a number that you recognize. So they can take it one step further that way.
How so? How do they do that?
I don't know. I'm not a voice fisher.
But they take a number that I know and then maybe just change one digit?
No, when it pops up on your phone, it actually looks like it's from a number that you recognize.
That I have saved,
Yeah,
you mean?
in your phone.
그러니까 이제는 모르는 번호로 걸려왔는데도 내가 이 번호를 저장한 것처럼 보이게 하는 피싱도 있다고 합니다. That is scary because one of the ways I try to keep myself safe from all this is by not answering unknown numbers.
Right.
But now I'm going to think, I must have worked with this person however many years ago.
Yeah.
And it's some stranger, some scammer.
Well, yeah, that's a tricky one because sometimes if you're, especially in our industry, an unknown number can be a job offer or something like that, although most of the time it's just a scam, isn't it?
They're asking for you to subscribe to a new insurance policy.
Exactly. So anyway, be careful when you're answering the phone these days because these phishing schemes are becoming increasingly pervasive.
What does that mean, pervasive?
Well, it's usually a negative thing. It's an unwelcome influence or an unwelcome physical effect that's spreading widely throughout an area or throughout a group of people.
pervasive는 만연한, 널리 퍼진이라는 뜻입니다. 보이스피싱, 그중에서도 AI-backed voice phishing이 pervasive 하다고 말하고 있는 거죠.
And of course, this is just one of the fraud tactics that we need to watch out for in this crazy age of AI that we're moving quickly into. So a tactic is just a way or a strategy that you do something, and a fraud is a scam that someone is using to steal your money, to trick you out of your money. So, for example, one fraud tactic that people used to use was they would go through your garbage, dumpster diving.
Yes, I remember.
And go through your papers in your garbage and gather all your personal information that way and then use that to steal your money. But I don't know that people are doing that anymore. It's all online these days. You don't have to get your hands quite as dirty. So they'll maybe send you an email, and if you click on that link by accident, they grab all the information or hijack your computer and start reading all your secrets. So those are fraud tactics.
Fraud tactics. 여기서 tactic은 전략, 방법이라는 뜻입니다. 그리고 fraud는 scam, 사기라는 뜻이죠. 그래서 합치면 fraud tactics, 사기 수법이 됩니다.
네.
All right, here's the article once more. AI-driven voice phishing schemes are becoming increasingly pervasive, exploiting cloned voices to deceive victims. Authorities caution that such sophisticated fraud tactics demand heightened vigilance.